This meeting is being recorded.
Good afternoon, everyone. Brandon Bursa here from HARDI, and looking forward to enjoying a webinar presented by Bryan Mitchell, Vice President of Sales and Marketing at Coldvision.ai, a portion of SoniQ. A couple housekeeping items before I kick it over to Bryan. At the bottom of your screen, there are a few functions. Please use the chat function if you have any questions that we can help with regarding technical difficulties. And there is a Q&A function as well that you can put any questions you would like Bryan to answer at the end. At this point, I will hand it over to Bryan. Bryan, take it away.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Brandon, and thank you everyone for joining us today for this brief webinar about Coldvision.ai and how you can potentially become both an installation partner and hopefully even a resale partner through a wholesale house member of HARDI. My name is Bryan Mitchell. Like Brandon said, I lead marketing and business development here at Coldvision and SoniQ. I'm excited for the opportunity to walk you through very quickly our offering. A little bit about me. I spent a good part of my career at great big organizations, up to and including Carrier, where I was a part of the marketing and communications team. Spent some time at Rolls-Royce on the aviation side and was a naval officer in the reserves, where I got to go to some of the great garden spots on our planet and a few places you probably don't want to visit on your vacation. I'm today at SoniQ, and I'm taking all those lessons I've learned, especially from Carrier, and applying them to SoniQ as we work to build our distribution channel. Okay, a few quick questions to consider. Does $1,000 a day for service work, installation work, maintenance work sound appealing to your organization if you are either a distributor or your customers, the contractor? Do you want more leads? If the answer is yes, we believe our installation program can provide you very lucrative intros into organizations like healthcare, life science, laboratories, universities that we work with. If you're in the refrigeration world, are you interested in delivering predictive maintenance? The answer to that is yes. I'm going to show you a little bit about what that looks like. Do you want to increase service revenue? We have an opportunity to do that. And if none of those are appealing, and you simply want to generate some revenue by share referrals, we have a program for that as well. So with that in mind, keep those questions in the back of your head as we work through the next several slides. Predictive service, predictive maintenance. This is a big promise and kind of a looming opportunity for a lot of the HVAC and refrigeration world. We believe we've got a pretty slick way to show you how to do that. This chart is a piece of our software. I'm going to come back to this at the end of the presentation and show you how this chart can help you deliver predictive service and predictive maintenance. So a little bit about us. Coldvision is a brand of SoniQ. SoniQ is about a 15-year-old company that is right now selling direct into the healthcare and life science space. We believe we'll have to continue to sell direct to some of our more complex clients because it is a fairly extensive consultative sale in which we work for many months, if not a year, organizing a system to satisfy our customers. However, there are many parts of our business that are not a complex sale. That's where we believe the Coldvision brand is a great opportunity for distributors and dealers to sell our product direct, right? And our product is essentially hardware-enabled SaaS that delivers what you see there on the left, a mobile app alert when you have an issue that could threaten any of your cold or frozen environments. We work with some of the most respected brands today in healthcare and life science. NASA is a client, the VA is a client, University of Michigan, Stanford, Harvard, NASA. And they rely on us because we have a great track record of delivering very reliable hardware, very intuitive software, and superb customer support. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that, but when you think of SoniQ, when you think of Coldvision, while we may be a new offering in the HVAC refrigeration channel, we've got 15 years of serving great clients under our belt, and we're bringing that expertise to work with you. So we have a commitment to the HVAC channel. right? We belong to HARDI, we belong to ACA, we belong to the Controls Group North America, and we belong to RETA, the Refrigeration Engineers Technicians Association. I just got back from their trade show a few weeks ago. We belong to these organizations, and I'm talking to you today because we believe we have a real opportunity to serve the industry and help the industry with a new offering that can offer greater connectivity between the end user, the contractor, and hopefully even the wholesaler. A little bit about our company. We're 31 people strong. It puts us in a really unique place. We're big enough for tough jobs. Again, we work with NASA and Harvard and IU Health and UHS, great big organizations that need a lot of sophistication. But we're small enough for what we call white glove service. A lot of our customers come to us and say, "Hey, we are wanting to produce a report just around this monitoring capability in this unique part of our hospital or research facility," and then we go to work producing that report for them, right? So we're still small enough to do that white glove engineering service, but big enough to take on big jobs. We're a product first organization, sales second, which means we strive to make great products that we believe can sell themselves. But obviously, we all need to be out there talking to clients, talking to customers, understanding the sales opportunity. We have a highly skilled and technically competent organization that is focused on temperature and environmental conditions. We've got a great partnership today with Schneider. We're one of their certified technology partners. We have an API that runs straight in to their EBO building management system, right? So we've already got a little bit of credibility in that space with building management through a group like Schneider, and a lot of credibility with third parties that we're working with right now to drive our information into their building management system. Not going to go too deeply into that today, but want to put that out there for you to think about. So how do we serve our clients today? Again, we sell direct into healthcare today. Is there an opportunity for channel partners, either at the distribution level or the dealer level, to sell into healthcare? Absolutely, right? In some of the less regulated areas of a healthcare organization, so think a nutrition department that is serving food for all the patients, right? They have walk-in coolers, walk-in freezers, reach-in coolers, reach-in freezers. They use our temperature monitoring solution. That is something that the channel could easily go sell. When it gets more sophisticated is when they're talking about adding ambient temp and humidity, air pressure differential, CO2 in like the operating room, isolation room, clean rooms. So there's a whole bunch of areas where we take many months and work closely with our client in the same way a commercial contractor might, to build out a solution, right, that matches the demands and the challenges of our clients. So can a channel partner do this? Yes. Will it take time to become very sophisticated in our solution? Yes, right? But today, we believe there's opportunities outside of healthcare and life science via the Coldvision brand for these channel partners. And it starts with installing our product for us. And I'm going to show you a little bit about what that looks like as well. Finally, though, we have the enterprise-wide opportunities. When we look at that, is when clients come to us and say, we want to monitor something that we don't make a sensor for, right? So think water detection, occupancy detection, light sensors, door closure, power detection, occupancy. If you're interested, we can talk to you separately, but if there's a 420 milliamp adaptive connector monitoring application out there, we can plug it into our system, create reports around it, create alerts around it, and give you an opportunity to monitor stuff without having to go and build all the software that we've built to do that monitoring. So the Coldvision application, right? Coldvision being that really fundamental temperature monitoring. So it's applicable almost anywhere that an HVAC or refrigeration distributor might sell into, or a contractor, your customer, might sell into. Right on the left is you're going to see where we've got a really nice footprint across what we call healthcare, life science, laboratory. In the middle there is, every fast food restaurant, every mom and pop restaurant, every brewery, every convenience store, every drug pharmacy, right, that you're taking care of as a distributor, or your clients taking care of as a contractor. You can very simply install our product in those places and earn some nice revenue, as well as cold storage, which is a massively growing industry, both for food, pharmaceuticals, any kind of temperature sensitive item that has to be shipped. And then we've got a growing business in schools. We just won a pretty big deal for a slate of private schools in Michigan. And we're seeing more and more interest from school districts wanting to apply temperature monitoring. And again, they're walk-in coolers, reach-in coolers to keep the food safe before it goes out to the students. So if you know of a place where they have cold storage, you can apply Coldvision and make money, right? So how does it work? First, we take American-made digital probes and sensors, and we install them in a cold and frozen environment. I can send you a video after this webinar to show you how simple it is to install our product. We've engineered it to be a lot like an Apple product, so you can get it out of the box, follow some prompts, and install the product in 15, 20 minutes to install the basic temperature monitoring probe like you see there. We attach that data that is connected to the cloud to our software, and then deliver you what we call the Sonic Cloud dashboard and a mobile app, which deliver those real-time temperature excursion alerts. We have what's called NIST calibration. This is very important, again, in that healthcare and life science space, but it just basically says that our sensors are reading the correct temperature and they're backed up by a third-party auditing agency. And finally, we back it all up with live phone support 9 to 5 Eastern time, right? As well as a very robust online training, learning academy support system. So we've got all the elements in place for you to go tell a great story to your customers. They're buying American-made products, they're buying American-engineered software. It's all available on a mobile app. We do the NIST certifications. If our sensor says it's 33 degrees, it's 33 degrees. And then again, you're not going to have to worry about support. If there's any issue with the product, the software, the hardware, we take care of that on behalf of our clients. So this is how it works, right? We take that very simple sensor and we plug it in to all these different environments in a healthcare system. It connects via cellular, Wi-Fi, Ethernet, or our third-party tool called Sonalink, which is a radio frequency communication. And because of that diversity of connectivity, we don't need to have IT infrastructure to be installed in some place. And that's very important in healthcare and life science and laboratory environments where they don't want third parties on their network. We deliver real-time tiered alerts, meaning an alert can go to you, your subordinate, your supervisor, your partner, your wife, your child, right? You control who the alerts go to, so you can make sure the right people are being alerted if there is any kind of excursion. We have phone call alerts. This is one of the things that really makes us unique from our competitors. A lot of them will have the text and email, but as you can imagine, if something fails at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, it might be nice to get a phone call letting you know that one of your critical freezers is in a bad place early in the morning. We have a feature called data sync. Data sync basically means that if both power and network connectivity go out, we will store the data locally on our actual communicating device for up to a year, and then reconnect that data when you either reestablish power or connectivity. Essentially, continuity of data. A power outage or a network outage will not create an outage or a disruption in the monitoring data. And again, in these highly regulated industries, healthcare, life science, when the FDA shows up or USDA shows up, they don't want to hear about the lightning strike that caused a power outage at your facility for 6 hours. They just want to see the data has been monitored continuously. And then again, we can connect seamlessly through an API or through a hardware device to BMS and BAS systems. That allows the data to be shared not just with the end user, in this case, a pharmacy director, a nutrition director, a hospital director, a restaurant manager, a school cafeteria manager, but it can be shared with a facility director who gives that extra set of eyes, visibility, and protection. So our customers essentially turn to us for one of these three, if not all three of these reasons. We protect their assets, frozen and cold, or environmental conditions. We help them streamline regulatory compliance through our reporting engine and our software, and we reduce manual processes. right? A lot of our clients prior to turning to us had someone twice a day, 7 a.m., 7 p.m., walking around the building, checking the temperatures, checking the humidity. We can reduce all of those manual processes, automate it, and let your people focus on higher value activities. So we have some great partners today, Schneider being the one that's probably best known in this community. We are one of their certified technology partners, went through a fairly exhaustive process to earn that certification. And it basically means that we can plug seamlessly into their building management system. We look forward to the opportunity to work with other OEMs to build similar integrations that allow our probes and sensors to run data seamlessly back to a building automation system. And then there on the bottom left, you see what we call our data concentrator. So even for organizations who we don't have an API connection with, we can run our data into that device and then wirelessly back to any building automation system via BACnet or Modbus. So a lot of opportunities here to collect data and share it widely across an organization. So this is what we're trying to do. Now that you know a little bit about SonicU, the parent company, Coldvision, our brand specifically for the HVACR channel, this is where we are today, right? We've been selling direct, again, to very sophisticated clients in the healthcare and life science space. We believe there's a massive opportunity in dining, in hospitality, in education, right? And anywhere where you have a cold and frozen storage environment. We don't want to build the sales team to go sell to that whole organization. We want to work through distribution. Hence, we're members of HARDI, right? We want to meet distributors who we can form great pricing relationships with, who can help introduce us to the contractor who own those relationships. We understand this is going to be a difficult process, right? It's a very hard thing we're trying to do, which is to build the channel. We're committed to it, and we're hoping to find channel partners both at the distribution side and at the contractor side who can show the patience and determination to work with us, because we believe if they do that, we can also get great voice of the customer from them, and we can build custom solutions for their customers, again, because we can do that white glove service. So, we're looking for the right partner who won't just help us sell our product, but will come to us and say, I've got clients who have this problem. Can you monitor it? Can you build the reports around it? And can we go monetize that together? Right. So we understand this isn't every single distributor or every single contractor, but we think there's the right kind of folks out there who can have that really consultative partnership, and we can build relationships to go make more money together. What we're trying to do at a very high level is build bundles that will make it easy for every step of the channel to get about 30% margin on our product. Today, this is the product you might see that would go into a high school cafeteria or a restaurant or a hospital dining situation, right? So you're going to have 3 of our SonoShield displays and 6 sensors. So 6 sensors would go into, again, 6 cold or frozen environments. So think something that had 2 walk-in coolers or a couple of walk-in freezers or reach-ins or what have you, right? Plus the 3 years of software monitoring, plus the 3 years of NIST calibration. So this is kind of our jumbo bundle that would be really applicable for a healthcare organization. You could strip out that NIST calibration if it was a school or a restaurant or a non regulatory imposed type of environment. So you can see there the price we're selling at today direct is about that $8,500 price to most of our clients. We're in a place though we can sell that to distribution at about $4,000. They can turn around and sell it to dealer for about $6,000, and then the dealer can turn around and sell at the price we sell today. So we're excited about this because we believe there's great opportunity to sell and make about 30% margin across the entire spectrum. This is what our software looks like, a little better view. And we believe there's a little bit of that predictive maintenance, predictive service in what you're seeing here, right? If you open this dashboard up for one of your customers and you're a distributor or a contractor, and you see that there's 231 units in caution and 7 out of range, right? You've got 7 opportunities to go perform service, and you've got 231 opportunities to look at those reports and see, Do you have a walk-in cooler? Do you have a refrigerator? Do you have an environment with too much humidity, right? And can you go look at that report and understand what's going on and go have a consultative conversation with the facility manager, with the end user, with the building owner to perform predictive maintenance, predictive service. So pretty powerful if you think about using that caution and out of range signal. Here's a picture of one of our customers. Again, to look at our software. US Foods is a client of ours here in Indiana. As you can see, everything's in the green there. And we also add on this, what we call floor plan view. So if there is an issue, it's easy for the maintenance folks or the facilities people or whoever's in there taking care of it to quickly identify visually where that problem exists in the facility. Nomi Health is a big client of ours in Utah. This is one of the more exciting dashboards for us because, as you can see, there's 173 offline units. Those are actually being shipped out to the customer today and waiting for them to be installed and configured because they're growing fast as a healthcare company and looking for more opportunities to monitor more situations. But what you see here is a dashboard that shows units in Texas, units in Utah, units in Colorado, units in Denver, Miami field coolers, and those are literally in the back of ambulances that Nomi runs for their clients, and Colorado transport coolers. So those are literally coolers full of COVID vaccine being transported around the Denver area. So not only can our units capture temperature activity in a fixed facility, which is our most common application, but if you have clients who are moving around like food or medical distribution companies, we can put our temperature monitors in those systems and monitor them as they move around, as you see here in a couple of examples from Nomi Health. Again, the software is pretty darn powerful. Our excursion report is our most popular report that basically does what it says. It shows excursions and temperatures. We also have our weekly device summary report. What that does is literally show you, are all of your devices, your monitoring systems, checking in and working as they should, right? We have our monthly data logs where it's going to show you all your information in a monthly view. So a whole bunch of goodness in the reports that we can show you as you onboard as a client or as you onboard your customers as a client. So this is what's exciting to us, right? This from a channel standpoint, the technology-enabled service package, right? We're working right now with Cook Air and CoolSys. They are two, I think, household brand names in this space, right? In distribution and in refrigeration. And today they are doing installation jobs for us, right? Cook Air in Illinois, CoolSys in Michigan. We believe there's a great opportunity for other contractors to come on board and be installation partners the same way those organizations are. But ultimately, we believe after you do that installation and you see our software and you understand how it all connects, that both distributors and contractors are going to understand the opportunity to charge for this service, right? To go to your client and say, we will monitor your facility for you remotely and be an extra set of eyes so that when something adverse does occur, because we all know it will at some point in time, we can get the alert and we can be consultative in how we provide that service, right? We're calling that a technology-enabled service package. We're excited to have CoolSys and Cook Air on the installation side, but we're more excited for more companies to come on, install our product, and open their eyes up to the idea of a technology-enabled service package where you go to your client and charge them anything from $29 to $99 to $199, whatever you think the market will bear to monitor their facilities for them. So we think there's two different ways to deliver that monitoring service, right? If there's no regulatory oversight, that means you might just literally go install this and the Coldvision product and monitor the product for your client. But if some of your clients include laboratories, universities, healthcare organizations, clinics, animal health, they have regulatory oversight. So you could monitor it for them and they could have access for that regulatory compliance. So a whole bunch of goodness here for contractors to make more money and provide greater value in both sides of the equation of where our application can be deployed. And then again, this is the chart we talked about at the beginning, right? So this is a laboratory um, freezer, and you can see where they had the excursion there. But what's more interesting to us is if you look at the history in September 28th, 29th, and 30th, we had these indicators, right, that the temperature was having some pretty significant swings, right? So we go from 8 degrees to 5 degrees Celsius in the course of 2 days, right? A laboratory freezer shouldn't be doing that. The line should be much straighter, right? So what this customer didn't do, unfortunately, but what we can help you do is set up those secondary red lines that you see in there, right? Where maybe they're at 7 degrees or at 3 degrees. And if it bumps into there, it can send you an alert, not that there's been an excursion, but that you're trending towards one, right? Imagine opening this view up, if you're a refrigeration contractor, showing your customer, hey, you've had 3 different events, 4 different events where you're getting close to a full blown excursion of going over 8 degrees Celsius, right? And an excursion happens when it both goes over the temperature and goes over for a significant enough time that could impact the quality of the assets. So we believe this is the heart of predictive maintenance, predictive service, and truly allowing contractors or distributors, if they have those direct relationships with the end user, to have a more consultative approach with an end user and hopefully deliver more value. So again, the questions we started with, we're going to answer now. $1,000 a day for service work. Does that sound appealing? Right now, CoolSys and Cook Air, that's what they're making. We're paying them $1,000 a day to go install our products in different locations. There is the opportunity for more contractors to make more money installing our services. We have a team of installers right now that are going into very high-end hospitals, universities, laboratories, clinics, pharmacy distribution centers. Do those sound like the kind of places that you'd like to walk into and meet the facility manager? If the answer is yes to that, we'd love to have you become an installation partner, right? Because we're going to send you the opportunity to go into these places, install our product, and while you're there, meet people, understand their challenges, get eyes on their systems, and potentially increase your business. Predictive maintenance, right? You can, if you're in the refrigeration world or with our humidity monitoring, even in the traditional HVAC world, you can install very simple sensors that will give you real-time and historical data on frozen, ambient temperatures, as well as humidity. This can help you deliver predictive maintenance. This can help you deliver reports to your client that are more consultative and help you hopefully drive more service revenue. And then ultimately, we believe there's an opportunity in service revenue around this technology-enabled service program, monitoring as a service, right? Are you as a contractor up to the challenge of having all of your clients on one giant dashboard where you're seeing all of their ambient conditions, temperature, humidity, air pressure, frozen conditions, right? And when an issue arises, being consultative, being ahead of the curve, and looking for the opportunity to serve your client better, right? That's what Coldvision is at its heart. And that's why we're excited for the opportunity to be a part of HARDI, to go to the HARDI trade show here shortly, and ultimately form the kind of relationships that we believe can be symbiotic and a win-win-win across the dealer, the distributor, the end user, and us here at Coldvision. So thank you again for your time. I tried to be as brief as possible, wanted to give you a very high-level view of who we are as an organization, why I believe we're ready to earn your trust, and hopefully give you enough to chew on to think about, okay, can I make more money with these guys? Can I install this stuff? Can I buy it and resell it? Can I offer service-enabled monitoring as an organization? Hopefully I've done that and not consumed too much of your time. I thank you very much for the opportunity as always, and look forward to connecting with you via phone, email, and hopefully in person at your convenience. Brandon, thank you.
Hey, thank you so much, Brian. That was awesome. A lot of great information there, and that sprouted up a few questions. First one here is, so how do you really get started as a partner? What's the first step?
Excellent question. It's pretty darn simple. We have a partner webpage that I'm going to send everyone who's been on this webinar and other members of the distribution world. And it's simply filling out a form saying you've got interest in becoming a partner, whether it's a referral partner of just saying, hey, I work with this organization and they might need your product, or an installation partner. Hey, I want to take on this service work and make this money, or a reseller partner. Just fill out that form that I send you in an email, and it's going to be very simple to become a referral partner or an installation partner or a service partner or. We're going to be flexible to what your needs are to build out the opportunity for us to work together.
Awesome. And had another one here. So truly, what is the biggest benefit of being a wholesale partner of Coldvision AI?
I think the biggest benefit from the wholesaler perspective is to be ahead of the curve. And I say that in two ways. So the first is our product is completely wireless. And there's been a little bit of trepidation around that when I talk to certain contractors because they might have been burnt in the past by a wireless solution. But our wireless solution is being trusted at Stanford, Harvard, NASA, right? It's monitoring priceless research, priceless eggs and sperm that people use for reproductive health. So we've got a lot of great clients that trust our wireless technology. We think there's a whole bunch of distributors who are going to find new revenue opportunities for a wireless solution. And then secondly, just the temperature monitoring as a whole, all of our competitors are selling direct, right? There's not many that are going through a channel, if at all. We're giving distribution an opportunity to sell a product that is being sold direct right now. The demand is growing for it. Inflation is driving up food costs. More customers are raising their hands and wanting this, and we give the distributor an opportunity to be ahead of the curve before the market gets completely saturated, which we believe is 5 to 10 years away. It's going to happen sooner than we think. That every cold storage facility has this technology, and the question is, did they buy it via distribution, or did they buy it direct? And we'd like to work with the HARDI distributors to help them buy it via distribution.
Awesome. Bryan, that is the end of the questions that have come in. So I want to thank you again so much for your time, for sharing all of this wonderful information about Coldvision. So again, thanks again.
Excellent. Brandon, thank you very much, and thank you everyone to joining. Hope to connect with you again soon.